Hey everyone!
Hey everyone!
Big Pauly back for another video. Back with Lulu in the back there and Mama Bowman here with her little bonnet on.
Yeah, and your pussycats.
And your pussycats.
Oh, yeah.
That's keeping your head warm, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, what are we doing today then?
Covering up my ear.
Well, other than covering up your ear. Your ear?
Oh, yeah. We're going to see Uncle Tom Hardy
Uncle Tom Hardy.
in
Venom. Venom. Someone said that my Venom sounds like Batman. It's Venom. Okie dokie.
You can invade my body anytime.
Well, I have to say, he can boldly go where no man has gone before. He is my straight crush, I have to say. He is my man crush.
Bit of Tom Hardy trivia with you saying that, Lulu.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that he's actually been in Star Trek?
No.
He played Captain Picard's clone in Star Trek Nemesis.
Did he?
But how can it be
I
a
don't
clone? He
remember
looks
that.
nothing like the bald.
look
Is
like
that the
him.
bald Captain Kirk?
The bald Captain Kirk, yeah. Yeah, and guess what? He was bald, yeah.
Because there's the woman Captain Kirk, there's the bald Captain Kirk,
And the black Captain
the
Kirk,
black Captain Kirk, and then there's the original Captain Kirk,
yeah.
William Shatner.
Yeah, everybody's the Captain Kirk, just a little bit different.
And a Star Trek fan.
Makes a bit of interest, doesn't it?
Yes, anyway, let's get on the road. Let's get down to Westwood Cross to view.
Yeah.
We've got our popcorn, we've got our little munchies,
Have we?
and let's hope that the film's better than the reviews. Because
Yes.
at the moment the reviews are shit.
Well, I'm reviewing Tom Hardy. I'm not really reviewing
Yeah,
the film.
yeah, we don't give a fuck about the film. We're just going to see Tom Hardy.
I don't want to bite my tongue.
Mama Bowman and I,
Anymore.
we're just there for Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy and his tongue.
I don't really watch these kind of films. So I don't really watch any superhero films really. So apart from Wonder Woman, obviously. But that's fine.
Yeah, I wonder why you watched Wonder Woman.
I wonder why. But
I
yeah.
don't.
Yes, brilliant. Okay, let's get on the road and we'll see you down at Westwood Cross. Bye!
Bye.
We're going on a little shopping trip.
Oh, hello.
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 Hello, Mama Bowman. Hello. Hello.
Oh, we're going to do a little bit of shopping, aren't we?
Yeah. Us girls are going to Primark.
You go to Primark and then I'm going to nip down to HMV.
All right, cool.
Have a look down there.
Well, we'll tell you what we thought of the film in a minute.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
But so far, is it a thumbs up still?
Oh, he's lovely.
Is it a thumbs up, Mama Bowman?
He's lovely.
Okay, let's go in HMV. See if I could pick up Halloween and anything else. Okay, so we're at the 4K section here. I'm just looking at these new Dark Knight and Batman digibooks. They look really nice, quite thick they are. Nice film book, quite thick. I should imagine there's been lots of pages of colourful goodness in there. They're £25 each, so they got the Dark Knight and the Dark Knight Rises. I haven't seen Batman Begins. Then again, it's in alphabetical order, so yeah, there we go. Batman Begins as well. So they got the whole trilogy there, but they do look nice. But at 60 quid, I don't know, because the whole collection is available here for about 40 in 4K. Oh, and here it is, £19.99, and it looks like it's got the art cards as well. Really good. Wow. And we're at the television section here, and I noticed that they've got like an exclusive Hitchhiker's Guide on Blu-ray. I don't know if this is part of the retro series, but it's set to mimic a VHS tape, the same way, as I say, the retro does. But I didn't know this one came out as well as the regular one. Oh yes, I've got a lovely bag of goodies. Hello everyone, we're out from the cinema.
Yes, here we are again.
Oh yes, we've just been, oh bloody hair again. We've just been to see Venom. You're awake back there, Lou.
I'm alright.
Just about.
I'm just falling asleep.
Falling asleep, yes. It's been a long day. It's getting dark. It's after 6 o'clock. Well past your bedtime, isn't it?
Not quite.
Not quite.
Mummies. Yeah.
But I'm tired, yeah.
Okay, so Venom, what do we think? Because it's had some shit reviews.
Oh, gorgeous.
1 thumb up, Mama Bowman. Oh, blimey, 4 thumbs up.
No, kind of 1 thumb up for sure, and the other one's kind of 50-50.
Kind of 50-50. Oh, well, I'm giving it 2. Yes, I thought it was really good for what it was. Not familiar with Venom. Was the villain of Spider-Man, isn't it? I think maybe his character was in Spider-Man 3. I can't remember that far back. But yeah, really good.
If it wasn't for Tom Hardy, I'd have walked out. It would have been. I would not have seen that film if it wasn't because Tom Hardy's in it. That's
because it would have been sort of like too sci-fi for you.
It would have been too comic booky, and scary. Because I thought it was going to be scary. When I saw some previews, there were scary bits that I didn't see.
Yeah,
in the
the trailer. I wasn't taken with the first trailer. The first trailer, or maybe the second trailer, but the third trailer, the final trailer, that kind of like said, "Oh, this is going to start looking good." But I was still unsure whether or not it was going to be any good. And a lot of people are saying it was shit. The screenplay was crap. The acting was crap, and the CGI was crap.
I don't agree with the acting was pretty good, and you had Michelle Williams in there, and she always plays like herself. It's good, and she did a little bit of that in the beginning when she first started talking. You could hear that little voice that she did in "I Feel Pretty."
I feel
that
pretty.
little voice. That
Oh,
she was doing
yeah.
as her character in "I Feel Pretty," and you could kind of hear it that she was sort of verging into that little character again in the first few lines that she said. So I was like, oh, maybe she's just playing herself. You know, like Hugh Grant does.
I think her hair was all wrong though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I didn't. What we're talking about people's acting, we're talking about their hair.
Yeah.
Because I think she's always been blonde, hasn't she?
She was blonde.
No, she wasn't. She was ginger.
She was
Or
blonde.
brownish yellow.
Brownish
You've got your
yellow.
sunglasses on, haven't you?
Oh my god, no. I enjoyed the film. I liked it.
Yeah.
Tom Hardy was good, wasn't he?
Yeah, no, it was good. It was
Don't
good.
ask me.
Well, Venom was good. Who
Don't ask me.
does the voice of Venom? Who's
I don't
doing
know
Venom?
who does the voice of Venom. I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, so he was good too. I liked it.
like this.
Yeah, I like the combination of both of them together.
Yeah. Obviously, we're not talking spoilers or anything like that. But
No. I thought it was really good. It was good. I enjoyed it. I don't regret seeing it. I want to watch it again because apparently they cut so much out, and I want to watch it when you get the
about
Blu-ray.
40 minutes, and according to
Make a
Tom
difference.
Hardy,
Make a
he
difference.
says they cut the best scenes out.
Well, I definitely want to see it again because of those deleted scenes.
So if they install
You've done the
that whole
best
40 or
one.
45 minutes of back in, that I think that'll probably end up being a pretty good film then.
Yeah, I'd like to see that again.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying it was a crap film or it was a bad film. I did enjoy it.
Yeah.
I never got bored through it.
I didn't fall asleep.
Although you don't, you don't start to get to see the Venom creation until about an hour in, do you?
Yeah, you kind of
It's a
need a
little-
little bit.
It's all backstory for him, and
You can tell that there was something missing. I think it is where they deleted those 45 minutes.
A bit choppy.
It kind of went from something to the other thing really quickly.
Yeah.
And you needed a little bit of continuity.
yeah,
It missed a tiny little bit.
I won't say bad editing, but
That's what I was going to say.
choppy editing,
Might be, yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
There are 2 end sequences as well. There's a mid-credit scene and a post-credit scene. The post-credit scene completely took me by surprise. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting something different. But it was interesting. It would definitely be something that I'm going to watch, what was advertised in the end credits.
Yeah, okay. You're on your own with that.
Yeah, probably on my own with that one. Yeah, but other than that, CGI. Yeah, it wasn't brilliant. I don't know. It kind of reminded me of Pinhead. You know, because his head was really small and the body was huge, and it kind of like looked a little bit disproportionate.
I wish they'd have tapped more into it, and I think we probably missed this in the editing that they cut out. Why they were good matches And by that I mean good hosts, because
Right.
a lot of people weren't good hosts. And
Yeah.
why were they? And that was missing. That's why to me it just felt a bit like they took a big chunk out,
Yeah.
because we all of a sudden they were just like, oh, fine, these two are perfect, but why are they perfect to host these people, you know, or these creatures, or these
Could have been,
whatever they are.
that could have been in the 40 minutes, couldn't it?
Yeah, so that's what was missing.
But that would be a stupid thing to miss out on the cutting room floor, wouldn't it? If you're going to release a major film.
Yeah, it left you with a few questions, and I hope they're answered in that lost footage.
Yeah, and in the UK it's a 15 certificate, and in the US it's PG-13. Personally, I think it could have passed as a 12A. Really.
Yeah, I was shaking when it first started, because I do not like anything scary. I don't like horror. I don't like anything like that. Unless you count the Blair Witch Project, which I thought was the least scariest of scariest films ever.
Yeah. So far as blood, guts, and gore,
Not really.
no.
Not really. I mean, I didn't
No.
even know. Let me just put it this way, right? Without any spoilers, but apparently there's a lot of biting people's heads off in this. Yet I didn't see a thing. If
Yeah.
they didn't say I just
Yeah.
bit someone's head off, I wouldn't have even literally bit someone's head off. Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have even known.
No,
I
recently
wouldn't have even known.
when I went to see The Predator, I know a lot of people didn't like The Predator either, but that was a hard R or a 15, and there was violence in that. That was backbones being ripped out of people, arms being ripped off, heads being pulled off. And I was expecting that kind of violence for this kind of film, but I think they're thinking Marvel, got to keep it family orientated.
Well, I love, one of my favourite films is Kill Bill. All the guts, the gore, that's fine. I have no problem with the violence per se, especially if it's on a vendetta type thing, not just violence for the sake of violence, like Saw and all that stuff. That horror thing. You need to have an explanation, and you kind of, when you go with a character, like the Uma Thurman's character, you're like, you want him to chop someone's head off, you know, that's because you're there with that character. But I don't, just violence for violence sake I don't like, and horror I just don't like, that whole suspense of and then, you know, no.
Yeah.
But I just wanted, not that I want to see so much gore, but you know, you can't tell that it's supposed to, I just bit that guy's head off. Well, did you really? Or are you just saying that because I don't believe you, because I didn't see anything? I didn't even see a speck of blood. Did you?
No.
No.
Actually,
So you're left like just thinking, oh,
I mean,
they obviously just created all this violence, but you can't see it.
I mean, there is a scene where like this entire like squadron of soldiers get slaughtered, but I wouldn't say the word slaughtered.
I think the only one that had blood on their face was Tom Hardy at some point, and that's it.
Yeah.
You even hear a guy say to one of the soldiers, one of the main dudes, say, "Get your bloody face out of my way," or something. I don't even remember his face being bloody. It's like they just cut out any blood in this, in this supposedly gory thing, and it was too tamed.
And I think that is the main problem. That's the main problem that's giving it such a bad rap. That it's not as violent as maybe in the comics or what people were expecting. That it's been dumbed down.
By the trailer, I was scared by the trailer, thinking that I even said to you in the beginning, I said, if it gets a little bit too scary for me, I'm gonna just walk out and you just call me when you're finished, and I'll be doing some shopping or something.
I don't get why it's a 15. I really don't get why it's a 15. Christ, I've seen way more violent shit.
Yeah.
And this, like you say, was tame.
Never stopped you going out, did we?
It was too tame.
It's like what they did. It's like what they did with the Die Hards. You know, the early Die Hard films were like 18s and even 15, but then for like Die Hard 4 and 5, it was thingied down to 12A, and they dumbed down the violence. Bruce Willis hardly got a speck of blood on him, even after falling off a lorry at like 70 miles an hour. And there was hardly any swearing in it, and that's what a lot of people didn't like with the Die Hards.
There was a lot. You know what? It was more gory and scarier. This program that we're watching, The Killing Eve, which I've watched it all now, and it's amazing. If you haven't watched it, check it out. Killing Eve. It's fantastic.
It is a great series, isn't
Mm-hmm.
it? Well, we've got 3 episodes to go, haven't we?
Well, I've seen it else, so I won't spoil it for you.
Yeah.
But it's great. Also, this is why it reminded me. I keep bringing up the Blair Witch Project, because when you see all the previews for the Blair Witch Project back in, I don't know when it came out, there was a lot
early
of hype
90s or something, wasn't it?
People were like dying or something because it was so scary. So I went to see it for the hype, but I was like prepared, and I was like, breathing and my exercises to breathe. And I was determined that I wanted an aisle seat, so I'd have to run if it was too scary. But I was, I braved myself to watch it. What a load of pants! I mean, I was like laughing more than
because
than anything else. I was not scared at all. Yet you found it really scary.
Well, I remember reading at the time, like people were passing out, they were calling ambulances. This was only happening in America. But I think the main reason for that is that because it was done with a handheld camera, it was probably people getting dizzy from the extreme motion rather than it was scary. But I was actually scared in several scenes in the Blair Witch Project, and I can't watch it again. I can't go back to watching it again. Really, honestly, it really did freak me out.
It did me at all, and that's why I was so psyched up for this one, because I watched the previous and it looked a bit horrifying actually, and I was so psyched up, and I was doing my breathing again and making sure that I had a clear way of running out if I needed to. And I was just like, obviously it's a Tom Hardy film, so I enjoyed it, but I was disappointed because I had psyched myself up so much for some kind of scary moment or something. But I didn't get any of that. It was very, very tamed, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but I was disappointed that it wasn't scary enough.
Yeah, it could have been much more scary.
Just a tiny little bit would have been fine, but yeah, I think the most scariest films that I've seen probably are about like the Final Destination ones, and the suspenseful, scary.
Talking of Final Destination, a couple of weeks ago, I was on my way out doing a Blu-ray hunt, coming down Westwood Cross down here, and I saw a lorry with logs on the back of it. I was doing 50 miles an hour. By the time I got to the lorry, I was doing 80 because I wanted to get past that bastard.
Check for buses when you're crossing the street.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I was going to be, when I saw that in the cinema, I think I was with you seeing that, I spilled, the popcorn went flying, my drinks went flying. I can't remember which was it. The first one? It might have been the first one.
I think that was the first one, but that was one of the most shocking, unexpected scenes.
You're on tenterhooks for the whole film.
Blimey.
Because you just know something's going to happen, but you don't know what, you don't know when, you just know it's going to happen. And suspense is okay. Well, I probably can't do those very much anymore either. But I just don't like horror. I don't like horror. Just the suspense thrillers are good.
Trailers. The trailers. Now then. Glass.
Yeah, that looked good.
Are you excited to go and see the third in the trilogy?
Huh? Me? Who? What? When? Huh?
Because you know there's been 2 films before it, don't you?
What? And I remember Unbreakable.
Yeah.
I saw that one.
Yeah, that's good, yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't go and see
You didn't see Split?
I didn't want to. As much as I like...
No, you should really watch Split.
No, but again, that thing looked a little bit scary and suspense because of the whole kidnapping girls and stuff.
Oh, well, yeah, that's part of it, but
that's scary enough.
Yeah, but the main thing is James McAvoy and all of these different characters that he brings to life.
But I might see this one. This one because it's James McAvoy in a controlled environment, hopefully.
Yeah, well, it's bringing them all together, isn't it?
So
Samuel L. Jackson's
without
back.
him being on his own doing his thing. So I might watch this one, and then if I then warm to his character or multiple personality characters,
Bruce Willis.
then I might go and watch The Split.
Bruce Willis back on the big screen.
Yeah.
Wow.
Has he got a dirty vest, white vest? I didn't see one.
We saw a Bruce Willis one recently. We saw Death Wish, the remake of Death Wish last week, didn't we? That was actually pretty good. I thought it was going to be worse, but it's actually a pretty good film.
No, I didn't see that, did I?
No, we saw that at home.
No.
Yeah, so what other trailers? Was there anything else? I don't think there was there? Oh, there was Spider-Verse, whatever it's called. The animated Spider-Man movie that's out in December. Yeah, that's about it, wasn't it? Here we are talking, and Mama Bowman is just all she's doing is.
She's still look at her eyes.
She's delirious.
Tom Hardy,
yeah, she's just envisioning Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy. All I kept hearing.
If we could put little pictures up here, it'd just be like little bubbles of Tom Hardy.
Yeah, Tom Hardy. All I kept hearing was when he was like doing that romantic scene with Michelle Williams. All I kept hearing from her side was, "What a lucky girl! Oh, you lucky girl! I trade places with you now."
Lucky old Tom.
Now, here's a question that you might both be able to answer, and I think I probably know the answer. Would he make a good Bond?
No,
Oh.
No.
he's too common.
Too common.
Not common, but he's rough. He's too rough. He's not pretty boy enough.
Oh, but what about when he was in the craze? When he had the
Sean Connery
tuxedo
was
and
pretty.
No, he's
when he was, is it Reggie? When he was Reggie, not Ronnie, because Ronnie was the one that was loopy, wasn't he?
Yeah. But he was still a tough guy, wasn't he? I think
he
the
could be.
problem I have with Bond
Could
is
be.
all I see is Pierce Brosnan. I know we've got Daniel Craig, and that's nice too. But I just see, for me, they've always been like, well, supposedly they can fight and everything, but it's just too pretty boy for me.
Right.
The character, the whole suit, and the whole everything else. I like Tom Hardy's characters to be a little bit rough and ready.
Well, I mean, Daniel.
Oh, sorry, that sent you over the edge.
He can be that when he wants to, I'm sure.
I mean, Daniel Craig's Bond is as rough as you can get, and I think that's closest to the original image.
Not rough enough.
Not rough enough. I thought, there has been ramblings that maybe Henry Cavill might be the next Bond.
Sean Connery was a pretty boy, but he wasn't rough. He was
Suave
suave
and a lady killer.
yeah.
You can't do it.
He had manners.
No, he's
Proper
not.
manners.
He's not a pretty boy. He's a gorgeous man, but he's not like pretty boy type of actor. Well, maybe I just wouldn't like to see him like that. Maybe that's what it is.
Not your type then, no.
He would make a good Bond in the sense that, you know, anyone smartens up in a tuxedo and a suit, you know, looks good. And he'd do a good Bond. If Pierce Brosnan can do Bond, anyone can.
Yeah, but did you like Pierce Brosnan Bond movies?
Who?
Pierce Brosnan. Did
No.
you like? You didn't like any of them?
No, there's just something about
his
character that was unbelievable. Daniel Craig, I could believe they could beat the crap out of people.
Yeah.
Pierce Brosnan, I thought there's no way this little weasel can beat anybody up. But so no.
GoldenEye is probably his best. GoldenEye and followed by Tomorrow Never Dies. But Die Another Day, which we saw in London, the one with Madonna in, that was a shambles. That was a bad one.
I didn't like any of them.
But
Daniel Craig ones I love, yeah.
But Pierce Brosnan, I believe, was supposed to be Bond. I think after Lazenby. Before Roger Moore.
Well, Pierce Brosnan ruined Bond for me.
No, he was supposed to be Bond after Roger Moore, but he was doing Remington Steele, so they went with Timothy Dalton.
That's why he just reminds me too much of that Remington Steele character.
Yeah.
Because
I've seen photos of Remington Steele in a tuxedo and everything like that.
No, I think that's why I couldn't warm to him. He just wasn't believable as a tough guy. Daniel Craig, absolutely loved, and he's probably the one that got me to actually enjoy and watch Bond films.
Yeah.
You know, because all the Pierce Brosnan ones, I just was like, yeah.
Favourite?
I could beat you up, guy. You know, it's like...
Favourite Bond film, then?
Favourite
Bond film of all time?
Ooh.
I know we got like 24 to go by, I think, isn't it?
Well, no, it's got to be a Daniel Craig one.
It's got to be a Daniel Craig
one. Take too much of the others, haven't really seen them.
I mean, he's only done 4.
I'm going to say probably Skyfall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a lot of people's favourite. Skyfall was one of the best. I still think Casino Royale just pips it because it was the first introduction. The action sets, it was a long film, but the whole thing with Vesper and you know, that he was willing to give up his shield and you know, for love and all that, and the way that when she died at the end, spoiler for those that have not seen it. I still think that's the best Bond film of all time.
Yeah, it was good.
But Skyfall, yes. Spectre was a little bit...
I
still enjoyed Spectre. I enjoyed Spectre, but coming off of Skyfall, no, that was a bit of a letdown.
Yeah, it was a big letdown.
Oh, and as for Quantum of Solace, let's not even go there.
Still though, anything with Daniel Craig in his little trunk, say, coming out of the sea, that's fine.
No, thank you.
No, thank you. No, you'd rather have old Tom, wouldn't you, coming out of the sea in his trunks?
I mean, even I would much rather have Tom come out of the sea than Daniel Craig.
Even without his trunks.
Mama Bowman.
Oh, naughty
Especially
mummy.
without his trunks, Mama Bowman says. I'm quite happy for him to keep his trunks on.
Yeah.
From the waist up, I'm a big Tom Hardy
polite.
fan.
Be polite, eh, Mum?
Yes. So we did enjoy it. We did enjoy
thank
it.
you.
Yeah, no, yeah, I
But
enjoyed it.
there were problems with it, and it's not as big and grand that we
Entertaining.
thought it was going to be. But it was entertaining. But we still give it thumbs up, though. Well, you give it sort of like thumb and a half, don't you?
Yeah, I can't give it 2 thumbs up because there was a gap that was left unexplained, and you
Yeah.
can tell it was a bit choppy. And
Yeah.
other than that,
I did enjoy it, but I think it's going to be much better hopefully when we get to see like the longer cut.
yeah, I can't wait for that one.
Yeah, because I mean the steelbook,
director.
the Blu-rays and the 4Ks
Scissors
and the steelbooks are up for pre-order now. So
I saw 3 of us watching it at Bowman's Emporium. The big
oh
one.
yeah,
Lovely.
fantastic.
Yes,
Right,
please.
okie dokie. So that's our little review of Venom.
No, say it
Yeah.
right.
Venom.
The one.
That's the one. Oh. Right, okay. You went.
He wants ice cream now.
Oh yeah. You went to do some shopping, didn't you? You got some clothes.
We went and did some shopping,
Yeah,
and you got a whole new outfit, haven't you?
Yeah,
And I got Claire a hoodie.
You got Claire a hoodie.
yeah.
Well, I went to do some shopping as well.
Oh, what you got?
But I didn't go and get clothes because
No, he's wearing his stuff.
this
and
is all that I
it
need.
falls off him.
I mean, I've been wearing this for 20
lots.
years.
I'm
Why
going
is-
to borrow this to go camping
That's
because
all
I need a
he's
tent.
got. Poor fella.
Right, okay, first up, Halloween on 4K.
Oh,
Been waiting to get this since Monday. Didn't have it in Sainsbury's or anywhere. Comes with 5 art cards. Never seen this film. Have you seen it? You've never seen it with Jamie Lee Curtis? No.
Must have done, yeah.
This will be my first
ago.
viewing for Halloween. Look how they've done Halloween.
It's an
Because it's
old
40th
one.
anniversary.
Oh,
That's really
clever.
clever, isn't
That's
it?
really clever.
With the little 40 logo down the bottom there.
We weren't allowed to see what was in this box, so we're just in this bag, so we're just seeing it for the first time now.
So, yes, I'm really looking forward to seeing this before going to see the new one. And I like this slip. It's kind of like a...
Can't remember it. Now.
it's not glossy, but it's like a velvety, mattish
Matt.
type of thing. They're thinking, well, you're bloody mad. What are you talking about? Okay, so that's Halloween. So really happy with that one, that I managed to get that one. There was only 2 on the shelf in HMV, and one of them had a bit of a torn cover. This one, which I haven't seen in years,
Is that Bram Stoker's?
Bram Stoker's Dracula on 4K, specifically picked up because it was £9.99 for pure HMV members offer, normally £19.99. And I haven't seen it in years, and it's 4K, so it's going to look really good in 4K. Plus, it's also got, I think, a Dolby Atmos soundtrack as well. So, way! So, yes, that's Dracula.
I have a problem with that one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, here we go.
Okay. It's the continuity again. We all were brought up with vampires, daylight kills them, all this stuff, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Well, this is the first time they veered from that I remember. When they said, oh, and they say somewhere in between, and I was watching it, and the narrator was saying, it's a myth that vampires can be out in the daylight. Their powers are just diminished, but they can be out in daylight. And that then opened the door for twilights, for all this stuff, they're walking in the daytime. And it's like, no, stick to something, keep it, don't wishy-wash it, you know. And that's my only complaint about this film.
That's your only complaint.
That the vampire could come out in the daylight, which is really annoying.
Right, but if it wasn't for this, then we wouldn't have had Vampire Diaries and Twilight.
Do we have that?
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Should have stuck to the plan.
Yeah, it changes whoever does it, doesn't it?
The original.
There's always something that's going to be different. Right, okay, and the last one I got, which I've been waiting for this because
yeah.
I didn't know, I knew this was out as a standard 4K, or Blu-ray rather, but I didn't know they did it in a package like this. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Cool.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, but look, VHS.
Oh,
You bought a VHS.
It's not a VHS. Recently, HMV have started to mimic VHS tapes as their collections, as you can see.
Oh right, okay.
It's called the Retro series. But I don't know if this is part of the Retro collection. It is Blu-ray. It is the original series on Blu-ray from BBC, but in an oversized VHS style case.
yeah.
So I should imagine the actual box set inside is going to look like a videotape.
How old is
Just
this?
hope they don't try
What,
and put
this
it in.
series?
Yeah.
80s, I think, is it?
So did it?
80s or 90s?
Because this was a film. Someone did this film. Didn't
No,
they?
this is a TV series.
No, but it was a film. The Hitchhiker's
Oh,
Guide to
yes.
the Galaxy.
Yes, it was a film, yeah.
The guy that was in Fargo, what's his name? He was in The Office, the English Office. Freeman?
Martin Freeman, that's it.
Something? Martin Freeman.
Martin Freeman. And Alan Rickman provided the voice of the robot. I can't remember what the robot's voice was.
I haven't actually seen it. I don't know what it's
But
about.
this is the original. This is the original TV series. I'm sure it's the 80s.
So, tell me about this Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. It's about a guy that hitchhikes his way around the galaxy. So what is it about?
From Douglas Adams, and there was also, what was the spin-off? It was the restaurant at the end of the universe, wasn't it? Thingy.
So is it set in space?
Well, sort of. I mean, it's mainly sort of like Earthbound. As you can see, he's in his pajamas, but it goes all over the place.
Okay.
So we go from here to there.
A bit like Doctor Who.
You'll be like, I suppose so, but they're not. They're not time travelers or anything like that. But it's been such a long time since I've seen it. I haven't seen it since its first airing. Arthur Dent and Ford Prefect. Wasn't Ford Prefect a car? That's right.
I thought a
Years ago.
prefect was something to do with Harry Potter at the school.
It's a journey through space and time with only a towel and a fish to help them. Special features new to Blu-ray includes a 24-page collector's booklet and art card, and it's in 16:9 and DTS Master Audio 5.1. Bloody hell! On a Blu-ray. Now there are so many series that are released in the UK.
Okay, I needed that. Keep talking and I'll go to sleep in a minute.
There are so many series released in the UK, but we get very few series on Blu-ray. And when we do, then the next series goes straight to DVD. So I'm glad that they've actually put some oomph into this and released this as a nice big collector's box.
It's just such a foreign language when you get talking about your things. Although I'm slowly getting a collection of Blu-rays myself. Thank you,
Yes.
Pauly. My
So-
Downton Abbey's almost complete.
Oh yes, I've got my Downton Abbey at home season 2. I forgot to give it to you.
Oh,
So we've got Halloween, Dracula, and The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
we were going to say I was having a little joke with you that when I can't sleep at night, I just put some of Paul's old videos on, the ones where he's talking very monotone, very like, yes,
Very
is the Blu-ray.
serious. Very serious.
in a box. I'll open it. There's a Blu-ray inside. I'll put it back. Close it. Here it is. There's the title. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Sends me to sleep like that.
Yeah, now it's totally different.
No, I
Isn't
was
it?
like, if I want to wake up in the morning, I put one of his videos on. It's like, hello everyone.
Guess what?
Here's Big Pauly!
But can I just say thank you to all of Pauly's subscribers that are sending some stuff in for the raffle. Thank you. And Justin's one, and who's the other chap?
I think Craig, I think a few other people as well. We'll do a proper video.
Yeah, we're gonna do one. We decided we're gonna do that. So we'll do like an unboxing of when they come
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
And thank
We'll do an
you
unboxing
properly,
and a proper thank you and everything.
Yes, and I'm trying to convince Pauly that maybe we should do a big Pauly Christmas card so that we can send it to all of you that have, sent stuff in.
Yes.
That'd be lovely.
Yes,
So,
only my subscribers.
signed by celebrity Pauly here.
We can all
Big
sign
Pauly.
it, can't we? Where else are you going to get
An original
an original fully autographed Christmas card?
autograph. It's getting too big for his boots. It's getting too big. Not in size, you're losing size, but you're getting too big in the head now to come inside the house.
Yeah, well, that's what Claire said when we got to the house. She said, hang on a minute, I've got to open the door wider because your head won't fit through.
Let me measure your head, your big head now. That's your internet sensation.
For Christmas, you have to have
I know,
a
I've also had
outfit.
lots of requests for Big Pauly merchandise. Like
God.
t-shirts and hats and stuff like that.
I can't start knitting now.
Get your needles out. So yes, that's something that I'm going to look at because I'm sure you'd like to walk around with a Big Pauly cap on or something. Or maybe some key rings or pens or any kind of shit like that.
Where are you going to get them made then, mate?
I'll find somewhere.
Shoemakers.
Shoemakers?
They do it, yeah.
Do they?
Yeah, mentioning no names, one in Tesco's.
Yes.
Have you read Toby's email yet?
Oh, Toby. Do you want any more digital codes,
yeah.
Toby? It's his birthday coming up as well
Wait, yeah,
in a
happy
couple of days.
birthday to you,
Happy
Toby.
birthday, Toby, in a couple of days.
Oh, thank you for everyone that wished Claire a happy birthday on the comments as well. She's not here today because unfortunately she couldn't get out of work.
Well,
Well, she had too much work on to actually.
Yeah,
like-
she's busy doing the KKPA, not the KKK stuff.
Oh, okay. She's busy sorting out some hoods. some white hoods. No, can't even joke about that. That's just so bad.
Oh,
But
dear.
yes. So naughty whoever said we are running the KKK now. But it just that kind of stuff. Just this.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we will do that. We will do a thank you video as well, and we'll do an unboxing to all the goodies
Yeah.
for the raffle.
And I'll keep you posted on how many tickets have been sold and who's got them.
Oh yes.
And I'll see if I get permission to video when the patients, when we do the raffle itself, so the patients can get what they want and you can see who won what that you've donated, and
Yeah.
that might be quite nice. I mean,
Well, what about offering the possibility of any of my viewers wanting to purchase raffle tickets, maybe?
oh yeah,
if
of course,
they want to purchase some.
yeah, of course.
But we'll give you
Yeah.
details later on.
Yeah, we'll do that near the time in December. But if you have,
Because, like I say, you might win your own shit back.
we can swap it around with something else. If you haven't seen the video where I've gone in with the patients, and you've seen sort of the bingo. Well, the patients talk about the bingo. I couldn't really film the bingo.
Yeah.
So that you know that obviously it's a genuine cause and where it's going to go to. I think it's in your timeline somewhere. Yeah, so you're going to put a link.
I'll put a link up here for the video.
Yeah, so you can have a look at it and you can see, you know, who the patients are.
Yeah.
Well, there's several ones because I do them all over. This particular one is in Ashford. Yeah, but I also do Medway in Gillingham.
Yeah.
The hospital there. I do the Maidstone Hospital. Margate is another one that I'm sort of. I'm not doing a bingo there because they're kind of. It's very small and they kind of have their own thing going on with other volunteers already there. So we don't want to sort of, you know, jump on that and take over that because it's running quite nicely. But they are getting a little support there too with. They want paper plates and Christmas crackers and little gifts that we give the patients at Christmas and things like that. Which maybe you can come help and you can video it. We've got a rack of like 250 diaries for the patients.
Wow.
That is a total of the patients that I'm sort of not responsible for, but that I deal with because obviously you know they're not my patients. They're just they're the hospital patients. But there's 250 people that I do bingo for and that we try and sort out some Christmas gifts for and that we're doing the raffle for.
Yeah, brilliant.
So have a little look and you get to see some of the patients that obviously will be taking part in the raffle and things.
And on the video, unfortunately, didn't one or two of them pass away?
Oh yes. You'll see on the video we have Colin Clark. He was there with Heather Clark, his wife. He's since the video has passed away. There was also
Was it the chap that that gave you £5?
Yeah, it's the chap that donated £5. I'm just trying to. I've got his name at the tip of my tongue. Obviously, when you're dealing with 250 patients, but the thing is, when I'm there in front of them, I remember them completely. I remember all their names. I know who they are. When I'm away from that, it's the I'm struggling. I can see him, but I'm struggling. Oh, I know. I've got it in the tip of my tongue.
Yeah, I'm not.
No, it's not Richard. It's not Richard.
No, it's not Roger.
No.
I can't remember, but you'll see on the video. He's the chap that
He donated £5.
he donated
to the bingo.
£5 out of his pocket for the bingo.
oh,
Yeah, and he won because he won at the time. I'll remember once you stop filming. I'll remember. It's because I said Colin's name before I said his, and then I just forgot his.
He's not forgotten.
He's not forgotten at all. No. And I'm going to remember just like that once we've stopped this. I know because I'm thinking too hard. But like I said, I deal with 250 patients, and I can tell you exactly who they are when I'm in front of them. But when I'm outside of that hospital environment, obviously, I for some reason just can't remember everyone's names.
Yeah.
But they all don't mind though.
Yeah.
But yes. Oh, okay.
Never mind. They'll see it on the video.
Yeah, you'll see it on the video.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kick myself now because you know, they're
Yeah.
very special to me,
Yeah.
and their memory is very special to me. So
And you got that video anyway, so.
yeah, that's the best thing. We've
So
got
they
the
were
video,
on the
so
video.
you can send a little copy and link to the family members if they
Mm.
ever want to like see them, and yeah, so it's good.
Brilliant.
It's good. And Colin's wife will hopefully, well, she did say that after September she would be quite happy to sort of volunteer and help me with any of the bingo
good.
that I needed
Oh,
doing.
good.
So that would be really good as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So
You all right, Mama Bowman?
Nearly asleep.
Nearly asleep.
Getting late.
Well, I think we better wrap it
Dark.
up. The sun has actually gone down now, and it's steaming up in here, and I think we're losing some light.
yeah.
So I'll put that on for
A
now.
lot of
but
people
no, I
will be
won't. Here
wondering
we
what
go.
we're doing out here.
Yes,
Yeah.
Wouldn't they?
yes. Okie dokie. So
Right.
all in all, good day out.
Yeah.
An enjoyable film, if not, not brilliant, but an enjoyable film that has its many good parts, but had a few rotten parts, a few low
Only one
keys.
good part.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So
Mentioning no names.
yeah.
Okay.
All right then. That's it then. Shall we wrap it up?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the review. I hope you go watch it. Don't just go by the critics' reviews and.
It's
because
worth watching.
It's worth watching and make your
yeah.
own mind up. I
Yeah.
mean, when do we ever listen to critics anyway?
So what's that? 4.5 thumbs? 5.5 thumbs?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
2 more.
2 more. Brilliant. Well, thank you for coming, Lulu.
Russell.
Russell.
His name's Russell. Yes, his
Russell,
name's
yeah.
Russell. I knew it was with an R, and I knew I had it. I just had to think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
So it's Russell and it's Colin.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Okay.
Okie dokie then. Say bye-bye, Mama Bowman.
Bye bye, Mama Bowman.
Say bye-bye, Lulu.
Bye bye, Lulu.
Bye bye, Lulu.
Bye
Say bye-bye, Big Pauly.
Oh, hi Claire. Love you, Claire. See you later.
bye, Claire. Have a nice night.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.